Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Rich and Oliver, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Oliver's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the correction and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Oliver's a daycare with training dogs, so he's done 10 days of intensive training. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Oliver's going home with his very own training equipment. He's done a great job with it, and you've been instructed on how to use it correctly. Now Oliver's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Oliver heel, and at this point Oliver has been taught to walk along on your left side, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but matching pace with you, whether you're walking fast or walking slowly, and each time that you stop your feet, whether it's to talk to someone on the street or cross traffic, Oliver has been taught to sit automatically to wait for his next command. And he's doing a really good job of that. So no matter what pace you are walking or running, he should be right there next to your left leg, waiting for his next command. And he's doing great. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it's a one-word command. We recommend that you practice this exercise during the day, throughout your day, in the store, in your home, outside, because anywhere that you practice, you're going to get better response. When Rich returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him, and Oliver should remain seated until he gets his next command. And Rich pats him for praise, and they're going to take off heeling again. So remember, his shoulders should remain even with your left leg, unless you opt to tell him it's okay, and then he doesn't have to heel. But heeling is only walking on a leash without dragging you. And Rich is going to leave him in another stay. And this time, instead of returning back to Oliver, he's going to call him. And this is the recall or the come on command. You use his name, a happy voice, you talk him in, and he should come right in front of you and sit facing your knees. And then he goes back around to heel position and back sitting, and that completes that exercise. Good job, buddy. And they're going to set up to show you the recall exercise again.
Stay.
Rich leaves him in a sit stay. And he calls him in. He comes right in front and sits. And then he returns back around to heel position. And the more you practice along with your video, the better he's going to get. He's good now, but he can always be better. The next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you are your down commands. This is a down from heel position with the dog at your left side and seated. You use the left open flat of your palm straight down toward the ground in the one-word command to down. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 to 5 minutes. Start out at about 1.5 and then work up to 3 and then work up to 5. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him as he did on the sit stay for an additional distraction, returning back around to heel position, and he'll heel him out of that, and we'll demonstrate that again. Those down stays can be practiced while you're eating dinner or watching TV. And all of the commands should be used in your everyday dealing with Oliver.
Stay.
The more they're used, the better they get. And it's like anything else. If you stop using your obedience commands, he'll get rusty, but he'll never forget them. Rich calls him out of that down, comes in and sits. And then returns back to heel and back sitting. Now he didn't sit, so Rich said no sit and gave him that little tug. And now we're going to set up for our down from a distance. Rich is going to leave him in a sit stay. Remember, always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down. And he uses his right hand to give the command. He took a step in when he didn't go down and told him no down. And of course, Oliver's an adolescent sporting dog, so he's always looking for something to smell. And then Rich will return back to him. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. Oliver has done a really great job in a very short period of time. We've enjoyed having him. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company for your dog training needs.